is going to suit Tribe very well. Again, getting Max Green onto one of those traditional captain-based heroes in the top lane and to allow him to provide a lot of utility to his team is going to be very important. It's just going to come down to the execution.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see which one of those two is going to go on to Max and which one's going to be in the captain role for Gabe Vizzle. But we're going to be finding out very quickly as we are ready for our first game of the day. Humanist and Denomine, take it away.
Well, that's right, Bacon, and I hope the viewers are ready to go because Slimy Salamanders versus Tribe. This is going to be a spicy little matchup. I'm Humanist, joined by Denomine and Noms. These are pretty fun drafts.
Yeah, they definitely are a little bit different than what we've seen over the past couple weeks. So Old School's going to be picking up the Scarf. We don't have Celeste making it through here, so I think that gives Iraqi Zoro a little bit of a comfort zone that Celeste won't have that range advantage, and that Scarf has to go through what is actually quite a tanky front line here on the side of the Salamanders.
Yeah, we'll see if they can break through that front line, apply that damage. Right now, early laning phase, no big deal. Gabe Vizzle always trying to move over. See if he actually throws a flare to see if he can go ahead and steal away that Crystal Treant from the invade there. Not going to work for him, but a nice try.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Dienzio on the Gwen is going to be an interesting matchup against Tinker here in the top lane. Jewel, quite tanky as long as she is facing the enemy. If Tinker turns his back, that's where Dienzio needs to take the opportunity to get that empowered basic attack and try to do some burst damage down to this this tanky Jewel, who's also going to be healing up with the Book of Eulogies.
Kind of like worst case scenario would be like once Zio has aces high, like if Tinker just turns around for a second, gets caught with aces high while he's facing the wrong direction, it could really just go real bad for him real quick. But once again, big fan of this Jewel, and I hope to see them make it work here.
Yeah, absolutely. We you know, over the past couple weekends, we've seen Gabe Vizzle playing a lot of Captain Tony, but this time around it does look like it's going to be Max Green here in the bottom lane. He's going to have that Tony, and Gabe Vizzle probably going to be spending a majority of his time in the mid lane, trying to keep Old School full on health, making sure that this dragon can get hyperfed.
So Max on this Tony, it's gonna be a little bit interesting, I think, and kind of going along with the trend of also like sometimes putting a Dodgio in this role, going with that Storm Crown into utility build, maybe some aggression here in mid. But if this calms down, Old School taking a lot of damage, he'll be okay. But how does this play out with the Tony? Like, what items are we looking for? How does he actually disrupt and control the fight?
He's probably going to be going into that Storm Crown first, like you mentioned, which doesn't pack him a lot of damage, but what it does do is give some energy regeneration and gives him some cooldown so that he can spam out that Jawbreaker and the Trash Talk a little bit more frequently, and that additional stun in a team fight can make the world of difference.
World of difference. Well, that's what you'd like to see happen if you are playing the Tony. And now I've been playing the Tony. I love this hero. I think it's super fun. You're able to get, just jump around from target to target in fights, focus one down, easy chase, easy knockbacks, and of course just like you can have really epic taunts. If you can get a taunt over a wall, because of the pathing, it can get really funky really quick.
Yeah, it absolutely can. And speaking of Tony's kit, that Bada Boom as well can be used to
Tinker's
either... Oh yeah,
Joseph.
he is.
With the twirly death, he's got it. Joseph diving in deep down to the T2 turret there. And Zio and Joseph will go ahead and port back. That was a nice kill.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Puts one on the board, gets a little bit of gold over here to this Koshka as well, and that's really where Koshka is going to excel. Getting a little bit ahead in gold early on is going to make those ganks all the more deadly. We see he's already getting ready to purchase that Aftershock, just a couple hundred gold shy, about 500 gold to go, 600 gold to go, and he'll be rocking with that Aftershock, and that's what's really going to be the biggest spike here early game on this Koshka.
Iraqi making the rotation down into bottom, unfortunately not connecting with the first round of Glimmer Shots, so Max just kind of laughs that one off, and as 3 make the move down towards his lane, he's really not feeling any pressure at all, so a bit of a swing and miss out of the Salamanders on that move.
Yeah, Old School and Joseph both already at level 5, working their way to level 6, so we have a distinct experience advantage here on the side of Tribe, as now Joseph and Dienzio, they're doing their best to whittle away at this turret with that Captain Minion there. They may just be able to take it, and that's going to put some gold over in favor of Tribe. That's going to help Joseph get online, going to help this Scarf get rolling towards the later stage of the game. They're going to take away some jungle on their way out.
Take a little jungle on the way out. Yeah, these guys, super nice take over there. And the thing is, if Jewel doesn't get any help, she can't really do anything early on. This is a hero that gets 3 items or so and comes online and starts bursting people down into the mid-late game. So it's going to be tough. I don't know if you have a different opinion on that.
I think it's going to be a little bit dependent on the build that Tinker goes. Yesterday we saw some Jewel play with Serpent's Mask Breaking Point as opposed to the original Jewel build, which was more critical damage. Sorrow Blade followed up with a Monocle, Tornado Trigger. And it's a lot of burst potential that can come out of the Jewel, especially since it's weapon damage with that Thunder Strike that can hit multiple enemies for that big, massive spike of damage. So I do hope we see the crit build come here out of Tinker. I really do not like the Serpent's Mask build.
Yeah, I don't like the lifesteal build because, like, I mean, from my perspective, you're not really trying to sustain through these fights. You're getting on targets and just popping them. And if you're not popping them, you're probably not playing the hero effectively. But hey, if he can make it work, I would like to see a different way.
Yeah, it would be neat to see it work out. Joseph and D'Anzio once again forcing this wave up as much as possible. But we might have a tussle breaking out here down in the bottom lane.
Oh, we got a tussle. We got a bright bulwark down. Xenotech in the Drifting Dark. Hits the Malice, but not the Verdict. Tribe's vision just now timing out. That was nice that they had vision there, at least, so they weren't totally caught out now. The dissension down upon the turret here from the Salamanders, and it looks like Tribe are just going to commit 2 here, and really incredibly disruptive. Keep your eyes up in top, though, because you have Zio and Joseph. They're going to take a turret with no trouble at all. Tinker's not there. Old School just continues to farm. I think he even got a... I don't even know what he took. He's just taking farm off the map, and Tribe, successful defense, 2 versus 4.
Yeah, great plays coming out of Tribe there. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, in the top lane, it was D'Anzio and Joseph making short work of that top turret. Gabe Vizzle narrowly escaping from Iraqi Zoro there, but he'll make it out alive. And Lyra, of course, with the Imperial Sigil, should probably drop that for Max screen here in just a moment.
We'll see if that'll come out here, of course, for Max. Keep him healed up. Gabe doing a pretty good job on this Lyra. You know, when I think of Gabe Vizzle Lyra, he's one of the more aggressive. I won't talk about aggressive, Joseph getting a little damage in mid, but Gabe, he's one of the Lyras that does tend to start fights off just by portaling in onto a key target, just Arcane Passage in, and look to just pop someone, which sometimes can blow up in their face.
Yeah, it absolutely can, as we see Old School getting himself a kill on the board there as well. 3-0 now for the side of Tribe. The Ghostwing is on the map, I believe, so I would expect Tribe to maybe take this turret and then maybe shift their focus over that way. Oh, Mixi!
Yeah, Mixi taking a little bit of damage, but a bada boom. Iraqi Zero, you're in the wrong place, but he'll go down. Mixi gonna go down as well, and Tribe just a much more intelligent rotation here, a much more effective rotation. They were gonna get the turret no matter what. They take the kills and the turret.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, that buff that comes out of Ghostwing is something I expect to see Tribe really prioritize here in the near future. It'll probably be off the back of them picking up a kill or 2, knowing that it'd be incredibly risky for the enemy to make any sort of engagement. We see Jungle getting cleaned out once again by Tribe. Already a 6,000 gold lead in their favor.
Is that good?
Definitely. Yeah, it's phenomenal for them. Getting this Scarf ahead is absolutely key for them winning in the later stages of the game. Joseph has done a great job with his rotations, getting the picks, helping D'Anzio take down those turrets, and it's really helped establish a nice wall that Tribe have where, like we just saw a couple moments ago, that 2 versus 4 where they were able to hold off that aggression. So really goes to show how effective getting ahead is.
There's the aggressive portal onto Xenotech. They all follow through. Gabe setting up the fight. His team following up there to nominate. Tribe in the zone right now, and Tinker caught out in the jungle. I guess they could let him go because look at the patience. Very smart decisions once again. They just go for the turret. Joseph could have chased him down. He could have gotten a kill there. They take the turret instead and look for maybe a little more damage, or they back up. They take the jungle. Very smart decisions there.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a much better version of Tribe than we saw yesterday. Not necessarily that they played bad, they just, unfortunately did end up falling. They seem a little bit more coordinated. I'm definitely willing to bet they put some practice in last night.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than just one night. Who knows? Maybe they just practiced this morning. We don't even know. Gauntlet comes down. Nothing does come of it because right now the Salamanders don't really have a strong grip on this game. Xenotech, he's trying to build his second item, and to talk about Xenotech, he's focused down, caught out, taken down. Joseph, he'll jump in with the Yummy Cat and Frenzy. It's blocked off. We're gonna have Dragon's Breath coming on through. Can they get on target? Nope, not quite. They're not gonna chase into that. And one thing, I'm just seeing very patient play. I think someone has got a strong chokehold on the shot calls for Tribe right now.
Yeah, it definitely feels to be the case as we see this Ghostwing is getting started up off the back of the kill onto Xenotech. And Dienzio quite low here, so that is something we'll have to keep an eye on. He's going to get healed up now by Gabe Vizzle. Actually, quite a massive amount there. Gabe Vizzle, no fountain, has gone very heavy into the bonus health, which does increase the healing that Lyra will give the team. And we see him making excellent use of that there. Serpent's Mask is online for Mixi, but we're struggling to get that breaking point. Serpent's Mask also completed for Tinker, so we were talking about this earlier, and I just don't know if that's the way to go with the Jewel in this game.
Yeah, it's just not what I would like to see, but I'm not going to rip on it too much because there's a whole lot of other factors playing into what's going on here. And I think the biggest factor, more than the Salamanders misplaying, is really, this is Tribe just setting the tempo and playing to their potential. Sometimes they just come online. Like, all of these players, I think, have been known to sit on their laurels a little bit and kind of just play the game a little bit loosely and get beat by lesser teams. But then once they turn it up, they just start stomping on others. And right now, they're kind of knocking on the door. 11.5 minutes in, 7-0, Tribe in a just dominating position, looking to shut this one out on Salamanders probably in the next few minutes.
Yeah, it looks to be the case. They have quite the massive lead for themselves right now. Max Green has completed that Aegis. Gabe Vizzle as well completed an Aegis. So those are going to be the two that we're looking for, soaking up the damage from Iraqi Zoro in these team fights, as a couple of base turrets get dropped there in quick succession by the side of Tribe.
Yeah, that was the split push, 2 in each lane from each team, and then you have Mixi on the Rona going up against Max Green on the Tony down in bottom in a 1v1. Nothing comes of that. I guess Mixi gets a little bit of farm, shoves the lane out, but they lose 2 turrets, and I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, definitely not a comfortable spot to be in against a team like Tribe, who are sitting 12,000 gold up, 7-0 here on the rise right now. So we see what kind of control they're maintaining. Dienzio, while the kills may not represent, I think he's actually done a fantastic job with his positioning in these fights and dishing the damage out to an appropriate target that has helped the team push through the rest of the fight.
Theo right now at the breaking point complete. He's been pumping out damage, not finding kills. You see 6 assists. He's going to start to be ramping up that damage, and we could see him just start to kind of push this game over the top, and he's definitely in a place where he can just start dominating full. So this wasn't like the tension bow, go for the early game Gwen. This is a full late game scaling Gwen here.
Yeah, absolutely. As Black Claw is getting started up here by the side of Tribe, we do see a couple of the Salamanders making their way over, but it's not going to be in time. They're greeted by Dienzio there. And with that weapon buff, Gwen is quite a threat. So this might be Tribe pushing in for the win here, as they only have that armory to go through in the mid lane.
Well, if I'm on the Salamanders side right now, this is where I'm just like, I don't know, get your Hot Pocket out, put it, in the microwave, get it going, start making your snack or popcorn, whatever you want, because this game's pretty much over. I mean, you can kind of kite back, try to apply some damage, but this feels like 90% chance Tribe plays this well, they're going to end the game. Now here's the jump. Gauntlet comes on down. Let's see if Jewel can apply some damage. I'm really not seeing it stack up just yet. There, it comes out on the Zeo. Big red button, but remember, this is a weapon Jewel. Not what they're looking for. School around the backside, getting the damage, but body blocked by Arden. Tribe kind of repositioning, grouping back. They jump onto the Scarf. Mixi applying good damage, but can't follow up. The Arcane Passage trolls him out. Mixi's down. Tribe have got one. They're going to look for more. Bada boom will disrupt the Salamanders. Please have mercy on the Salamanders. Yummy Cat and Frenzy will seal the deal as Black Claw continues to just march on down. And ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be a good game in less than 15 minutes here. Really nice to see Tribe kind of step up and put on a dominant performance.
Yeah, they absolutely did, and specifically in that last fight, we saw the Salamanders funnel a lot of attention onto Old School and Dienzio, but the whole time, or I mean, not I love Joseph and Dienzio. Old School the whole time was just raining in those fireballs over that wall near the top lane base side and was able to stack up the damage, caught out Iraqi Zoro with a great goop, and they were able to turn the fight very quickly off the back of that and then picked him off 1, 2, 3. Great ultimate coming out of Max Green as well.
Yeah, I really actually